Alright, here we go. This is a custom 1v1 on Duel between the blue player in the left-hand corner, mrnoone1, in the Black Ops Striker, and his opponent, the Carbon Team player in the bottom right-hand corner, wingman876 in the Phantom Bomber. I was about to say the Gray Team player because his AirMech skin is gray, which doesn't actually make sense because he's not like a neutral AirMech, which wouldn't either make sense. Wouldn't make sense either. So, anyway, interestingly enough. So Duel used to have quite a lot of bugs, actually. That's kind of why I excluded it from that one tournament that I had, because it was like right after that it got patched, and you could like drop stuff in trees and stuff, and that was not okay. And like you could, I think you still can like land back here in the trees and start shooting at the enemy fort. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't done that in a while, or I haven't tried to in a while, but Wingman going with jumper harass. He's pretty well known for it, and going with his bomber and jumper harass. mrnoone able to save one moneymaker, but not able to save the other one. The Seeker has gone down. I think that was down there to begin with, but Wingman able to snipe one moneymaker. Oh, actually two. One of the jumpers did get one, and going with even more jumpers. Now going for mrnoone1's forward. mrnoone1 microing his Seeker away, might actually lose this outpost. No, with his Striker Sword is able to kill the jumpers that Wingman drops, and actually is able to keep this under his control. Does have a couple jumpers to protect, and I would assume Wingman is just going to go for the other outpost, which is mrnoone1's close. There were two Jackals down, but and Wingman not able to grab that, no, not grab, but kill that moneymaker. And mrnoone1 again with the sword, able to finish off the jumpers on the ground and chase Wingman away with, I think he didn't actually lose anything. Maybe, okay, no, he just lost one Jackal, so, and then that's definitely worth the price of 4 jumpers on Wingman's side, so he might have lost a couple of infantry in those bulbs, in those slots, but I'm not exactly sure. mrnoone1 with a couple of Jackals himself doing some moneymaker harass will be able, oh, this one was microed away, or, oh no, that was the pre-made one that was never socketed to begin with, and he was able to kill that one. Did Wingman save the other one? Yes, he did. He saved one, but both of mrnoone1's Jackals are still alive. Let's see if we can actually get another one. There is nothing actually defending down here at the front door area for Wingman. mrnoone almost going to be able to finish this off. No, he is running from Wingman's melee. He hasn't been able to kill 2 moneymakers, trying to get that last one. Wingman not going to save it. No, he missed micros the moneymaker. He probably meant to pick that one up, but accidentally picks up the Longhorn instead. mrnoone getting killed by the Goliath neutral on the ground, avoiding Wingman's fire, which is better than actually getting killed by a mech, because you do deny mixer experience. Getting killed by a neutral is practically the same as actually self-destructing. So, small tip, boys and girls, if you know you're going to die, get killed by neutrals or self-destruct. If you can't self-destruct, dive faceplant in front of a bunch of neutrals, and you might be able to actually deny your opponent of getting that kill experience. But Wingman with quite a lot of Longhorn. There are 10 down on the field for him. I think one is back here defending this. Oh no, there are 2 down there. So there's 8 Longhorn in this mid-fight area. mrnoone only has, let's see what he has. He has 2 down on the field, a bunch more in queue coming out. Wingman has been able to take this outpost under his control, drop more of the Longhorn that he had in his queue down to defend, and now has quite a lot of units surrounding this middle outpost. mrnoone does start to pull back a little bit, which is probably the right decision. Take your tanks out of the enemy tank range, and the creeps luckily walking in front of him to take that damage, to draw the fire away from the Longhorn, and Wingman trying to do whatever damage he can, but mrnoone with a couple ratchets over here. Oh, I think 2 of them actually died. 2 more Longhorn actually died. Wingman trying to, let's see, is he bombing? He does have level 1 bombs. But mrnoone creating his unit cluster back here at the center area, not from the side. People have typically been avoiding the side just because this goalie is sitting here, and it does kind of screw the units that you position sometimes. But Wingman doing some bombing passes here with more Longhorns coming out, or one Longhorn coming out, another one coming out for him in queue. Just trying to get whatever he can killed. Does drop a Longhorn so it can contribute fire and tank a little bit of damage. Not getting finished off before he gets back to the middle outpost, so but does lose that Longhorn, and I don't think he actually got anything killed. Oh, Wingman, okay, just checking for the box. Okay, it's still 3 minutes and 39. I believe the box spawns at around 4.5 minutes after pregame is over, so we'll say 4:30. I don't know exactly what the time is, but it's give or take 4.5 minutes. I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I can keep my eye on when all that stuff pops up. 3 minutes and 53 seconds have passed in the game, so it's about 30 seconds left until that box spawns. mrnoone already with a goalie out on the field. And gonna go with a Longhorn drop here. Wingman does see him on his minimap, but will not be able to prevent him from dropping that, or not that goalie on the corner, but Longhorn on the corner. And he actually made mrnoone1 did do a kind of turned around there. Oh, and it's 4:15 when it pops up, give or take. That Longhorn now getting finished off by Wingman. And so let's see. Okay, Wingman now grabbing the box. Let's see if mrnoone1 can grab his box. The goalie coming out here, and does he notice it? He does, but he doesn't decide to grab it. Oh, Wingman gets both boxes, but mrnoone1 has a goalie coming out for the corner. And mrnoone1 actually has, at first, used that technique where you turn around and you fly into the fort, so your tank's back is facing the fort, so the weak spot is not exposed, and you know, you do that timing drop, so the tank doesn't have any space in between the fort and it. So it's a little bit crazy that you can do that, and does manage to position it in non-blocking position, or non-blockable position. That goalie will go down now, but not before taking down about a quarter of Wingman's life. A little bit less because of that initial Longhorn drop, but give or take a quarter of Wingman's life was taken out by that just that one goalie drop, and now has two goalies with two ratchets supporting pretty much at the front lines. Oh, but really low on health, does get finished off by stray Longhorn for a fire. A little bit of a careless move there by mrnoone1, and let's see if Wingman can actually take advantage of this. Does have his patented jumper drop here. Might be able to get this outpost neutralized. Does not go for the moneymaker. mrnoone1 is coming back to the fight. Yes, does get it neutralized, but with his sword, he will be able to kill these jumpers before they are actually able to claim this outpost under his control. Wingman not really too worried about that. Doesn't even have jumpers. Oh, no. Grabbing some creeps, so is still trying to grab this outpost under his control, but it is really, really close to mrnoone1's fort. So he does grab it under his control. Does drop a couple of Longhorn. And that outpost does go right back down thanks to mrnoone1 slashing. And now mrnoone1 does have a goalie. Well, I don't know if that'll be able to do it actually, but with mrnoone1's support here, he probably will be able to get a lot of these Longhorn killed, if not all of them. Wingman now dropping extra creeps, not able to actually take this outpost again, or yet. He's not going with, he's going with a fort push, or a push from the fort. Does have a Sonya down here. A little bit interesting. I think he might try to send it kind of hidden, but this wall, a small wall of goalies and a lot of units, a couple of artillery out, actually has been wreaking havoc on the middle area. That for Wingman there has killed quite a lot of units. This Sonya is smoking black, so the artillery deflection is not really perfect and all that stuff. That does help. Oh, and Wingman dropping his tech pod into the trees. Definitely a very, very positive thing to do, is to try to hide your tech pod in trees. I mean, the enemy can see it on their minimap. On spectate, you can't really. It's right here, I think, give or take. Right there is where, yeah, right there is where it is. And Wingman actually now going with a goalie drop of his own. No, gonna drop it at the close, so it's not gonna be a fort drop. And mrnoone1 again scouting. I'm not really sure why he's scouting so much. He's sitting on so many credits. Now, yeah, he's not making anything. I mean, I guess he is unit capped, so he is at 53 to 55. Or out of 55. And mrnoone1 able to drop a goalie in blocking position. Oh no, I think that goalie is still getting through. Is it still getting through? One of them is, yeah, but oh no, I don't think they are. I don't see the fort flashing or anything like that. So mrnoone1 with his blocking goalie is able to stop a little bit, and Wingman doing nothing but goalie drops at this point. I mean, goalie drops are fine and good and fine, but you need reposition is probably more important at this point than just continually dropping, because if your opponent can just block, and mrnoone1 now queuing up Longhorn in place of those Goliath that were actually killed. Yes. Oh yeah, 61 out of 55. How do you get higher upkeep like that? You just queue up a bunch of stuff before you bring anything out of a queue. I don't really understand how that actually works, to be honest. Oh man, but now Wingman with a goalie coming out again, more goalie drops and just chipping away slowly at mrnoone1's life. mrnoone1 doing a pretty good job blocking. Not that great right there. That one is not 100% in blocking position. And Wingman, Wingman did get killed by the Hunter Seeker that was positioned, I guess. One of them that was positioned, give or take, here. And mrnoone1 almost getting finished off here. But Wingman has lost pretty much everything at the mid. This is pretty much everything that Wingman has. One more goalie going down, and Wingman going down again to following Hunter Seeker missiles. And mrnoone1 able to block once more, I think. Yep, yeah, that is blocking. It is hard to tell sometimes. Usually you could have told before. You could tell before just by seeing the units. And Wingman now sending out from the fort. Gonna try to do a complete finish here with Longhorns. And now Mr. No1 trying to intercept Wingman, but Wingman gonna be dropping on the side. Oh, blocked by a goalie. Oh, no, it's not blocked by a goalie. Okay, the Longhorn does block. And, oh, now Mr. No1 is sending out one goalie, one Longhorn, and a bunch of Seekers. Okay, two goalies and a bunch of Seekers with a couple Ratchets in support. But now Wingman gonna be able to get the final hit with this Longhorn. Will Mr. No1 be able to block this? Wingman trying to slash away and get some damage down, but he's not able to get it because the ground force field has been expanded, so the Bomber can't really do much damage, and not gonna be finished off before he gets back to that forward. But now Mr. No1's long line of tanks is reaching Wingman's fort, and Wingman with his last desperation goalie drop right there at the front door. Will Mr. No1 be able to block this? No, he's body blocking. Will he be able to survive this attack? Oh god, and he does bring out his shield. He does bring out a shield. He's counting on his units to get this final kill. Oh my god, he's able to survive. And now Wingman dealing with a bunch of Wingman's last drop. Oh my god, Wingman not able to get this kill. Trying to drop at the front door, not able to get this finish, and Mr. No1 tanks are just chipping away at Wingman's forward health right now. And that is it. GG, that is about it. Wingman's not going to be able to get this finish. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh man, Mr. No1 able to block. Oh man, this new spec screen thing. Oh, replay. I hit replay. Oh, and that's freaky right there. I don't know what happened there. I think that's replaying last, and I last spectated a Sandrum game, interestingly enough. But super confused. I'm just gonna exit here because that's really freaking confusing, and that's. Yeah, Wingman left. Okay, so that's what's happening there. Oh my god, Wingman not able to get that final hit. Just really need to just start microing around as much as possible. If he got like one or two more hits, he would have been able to get that kill on Mr. No1. But Mr. No1 with great blocking right at the end. And that is it. That is it. I will mention that double kill tournament coming up, guys. Coming up March 29th. OP artwork done by Uncharted right here will be, it's as of right now of this recording, signups are actually full, but no tournament has ever had full, a full bracket check-in, after check-in. Like, people don't show up. So if you guys haven't signed up, sign up now, and you probably still can get in if you want to play. All right, guys, that's just the message. And once again, send in your replays to me. Visit airmechoutpost.com. Visit all the other, all the other AirMech community videos. Eagle Shadow and Invader Mean, along with me and Ebob, are now in this videos section. So, visit those, subscribe, support the AirMech community, guys. Support the AirMech community. I cannot emphasize that enough. This is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.